You ever wonder what it really takes to build a community that lasts? I mean, not one that just gets by, but one that actually thrives? Well, today we're going to dig into this incredible story from the book of Joshua. And believe it or not, it gives us a powerful, timeless blueprint for exactly that: total commitment and, you guessed it, unbreakable unity. Okay, let's just jump right in, because this is at the heart of everything, from our families to our friendships to our entire communities. And it turns out the answer involves a very specific formula for commitment, a formula that got put to the test like almost immediately. All right, so let's set the scene. The people of Israel, they've been fighting for years to claim the land God promised them. The fighting is finally starting to wind down, and the whole nation is at this massive turning point. So for years, a couple of Israel's tribes, the ones whose land was actually on the east side of the Jordan River, had been fighting right alongside their brothers. They made a promise and they kept it. Now it's time for them to go home. But this physical separation with a whole river between them is about to create this huge test of their spiritual connection. Before they leave, their leader, Joshua, gives them this big farewell speech. But listen, this is way more than just a goodbye and good luck. It's a blueprint for how to hold on to who they are and how to stay close to God no matter where they live. And here it is, Joshua's 5-part formula for total commitment. And what's so cool is how it all fits together, right? Each step just kind of builds on the one before it. So let's break down what each of these really means. First up, and this is the big one, it all starts with love. And we're not just talking about a warm, fuzzy feeling. This is the core motivation for everything. Without it, all the other steps just become empty rules you have to follow. Love is the engine. Next, he says to walk in his ways. Think of it like you're literally on a journey with someone. It's all about intimacy and agreement. I mean, you can't really walk together if you're trying to go in two different directions, right? It just means making your daily actions line up with what you say you believe. And here's the thing you got to get about this part. Keeping the commandments isn't supposed to feel like a chore. It's what naturally happens when you have a loving, thankful heart. When you really love someone, you want to do the things that make them happy. It's obedience that comes from a relationship, not just a sense of duty. Now, this next one is so powerful. Cling to him. The original Hebrew word used here, it's the same exact word used to describe how a husband and wife become one flesh. It means this deep, loyal, almost unbreakable attachment. And this illustration just nails it. It's not some casual thing. It's like you're drowning and God is your only hope, your life preserver. You're going to grip that thing for dear life. In a world that's constantly trying to pull us away, that kind of clinging is a conscious choice. It's survival. And finally, all of this leads to service. But it's kind of funny, isn't it? True freedom, real purpose, it's not found in serving yourself. It's found in willingly serving something and someone so much bigger than yourself. That's actually where we find fulfillment. So, okay, the tribes have this amazing formula for commitment. They're heading home. You'd think they'd be all set for success, right? Well, their commitment and their unity were about to be put through a serious test. The moment they get across the Jordan River, the returning tribes build this huge, massive altar. Now to them, it's a symbol. It's a good thing. But to their brothers back on the other side of the river, it looks like an act of rebellion, like spiritual treason. And this is where it all goes wrong. Look at the gap between what they meant and what people saw. The builders wanted a monument to unity, a witness that they were all one people. But the observers, they saw a rival altar, a symbol of division, the literal opposite of what was intended. And we're not talking about a small disagreement here. This was serious. The Western tribes were so convinced their brothers had betrayed God that they gathered their armies. They were ready to go to war against their own family. Their brand new unity was about to just shatter. But then, right on the brink of disaster, something pretty amazing happens. They choose a different path. They choose conversation instead of conflict. And this ancient principle right here becomes the key that unlocks the whole mess. Instead of just escalating things with accusations and threats, they actually decided to try and understand first. So they sent a delegation to just ask, hey, what's this altar all about? And the accused tribes, they didn't get defensive. They just patiently explained why they built it. And just like that, with a gentle answer, the threat of war disappeared. Unity was restored. So, why does this ancient story matter to us? I mean, it's a great story, but what does it have to do with our lives today? Well, as it turns out, this blueprint for commitment and this dramatic lesson in unity apply directly to pretty much all of our relationships. Let's see how. Seriously, think about it. This 5-step formula is basically the DNA of any strong relationship. Marriage, friendship, a healthy church, they're all built on this stuff. Love is the foundation. You can't skip it. Walking together means you're on the same page about what matters. Mutual respect. Clinging to each other through loyalty and trust, especially when things get hard. And finally, just being committed to serving one another. And that lesson from the altar, it's like a masterclass in how to handle conflict. First, don't jump to conclusions. Avoid those harsh judgments that are just based on suspicion. Second, even when you're the one being misunderstood, try to stay calm and considerate. And finally, just trust that God sees the truth. It's a good reminder that our unity is one of the most important things, something Jesus himself prayed for. So this kind of brings it all home to a big personal question. In my life, in my relationships, are my words and my actions building bridges of understanding, or are they accidentally building walls of misunderstanding and division? Because at the end of the day, that's the big takeaway. To truly live well, to thrive right where you are, you need both that deep personal commitment and that unbreakable bond of unity with the people around you. The two are inseparable. You really can't have one without the other. So here's the final thought to take with you. The blueprint is actually pretty simple, but it's profound. Hold fast to God, and at the same time, hold fast to each other. That right there is the secret to truly living.